Trump deploys 2,000 National Guard members after Los Angeles immigration protests. National Guards to deploy to LA as more protests are planned. Protests over immigration raids in the Los Angeles area are set to continue for a third day, Gavin Newsom said. Further protests against immigration raids were scheduled to take place in the Los Angeles area on Sunday, hours after President Trump took the extraordinary action of ordering at least 2,000 National Guard members to assist immigration agents clashing with demonstrators. The announcement late Saturday by Mr. Trump, who said that any protest or act of violence that impeded officials would be considered a form of rebellion, was an escalation that put Los Angeles squarely at the center of tensions over his administration's immigration crackdown and made rare use of federal powers to bypass the authority of California's Governor Gavin Newsom. President Trump's decision to call in National Guards was purposefully inflammatory. California National Guard troops arrived in Los Angeles on Sunday in a show of force following scattered clashes between immigration agents and protesters amid a widening political divide between California and the Trump administration. The move by President Trump to activate nearly 2,000 guardsmen marked the first time since 1965 that a president has deployed a state's National Guard without a request from that state's governor. The decision was met with stern rebukes from state and local officials, including Gavin Newsom, who said the deployment was not to meet an unmet need, but to manufacture a crisis. On Sunday afternoon, there were tense moments outside a federal detention center in downtown LA, with National Guard troops firing tear gas and non-lethal rounds at protesters. But other areas that had seen unrest over the last few days, including the Garment District, Paramount, and Compton, seemed calm. It was unclear exactly how many troops were deployed to Los Angeles as of Sunday afternoon. The National Guard's 79th Infantry Brigade combat team, based in San Diego, said Sunday that 300 personnel were on the ground to protect federal property and personnel. Trump administration officials have seized on the isolated incidents of violence to suggest wide parts of LA are out of control. On Sunday, Trump took to social media to claim violent insurrectionist mobs are swarming and attacking federal law enforcement. A once great American city, Los Angeles, has been invaded and occupied by illegal aliens and criminals, he wrote, blaming Democratic politicians for not cracking down earlier. While officials have not said how long the immigration enforcement actions will continue, Trump told reporters Sunday, "We're going to have troops everywhere. Not going to let this happen to our country." Many California officials who have long been at odds with Trump say the president was trying to exploit the situation for his political advantage and sow unneeded disorder and confusion. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass called the deployment of federalized troops a chaotic escalation and issued a reminder that Los Angeles will always stand with everyone who calls our city home. While most demonstrators have gathered peacefully, some have hurled objects at law enforcement personnel, set garbage and vehicles on fire, and defaced federal property with graffiti. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement operation in Los Angeles over the past week has resulted in the arrest of 118 people, including some who have been convicted of drug trafficking, assault, child cruelty, domestic violence, and robbery, according to the agency. Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin, and Republican politicians who support Trump's immigration actions have characterized the protests as riots intended to keep rapists, murderers, and other violent criminals loose on Los Angeles streets.